So the time to talk about Denver public school teacher pay.
The district is negotiating a new contract. Teachers want a raise and a change to the way the district determines their pay.
The teachers union contract with the district expired last night at midnight, and a full day of negotiations yesterday failed to come up with a new agreement.
Denver 7's Thomas Hoppo has a 360 look at the negotiations.
And I recently decided to actually move in with my parents because I realized that there was no way I was going to be able to move forward in life on my teacher salary.
Kevlin Walsh is in her second year teaching at East High School.
I actually have a second job on top of teaching. I am a hostess at a restaurant, and so I usually work about 15 to 20 hours a week at my restaurant job.
Walsh is one of many Denver public school teachers battling the district for a raise in teacher salaries. The base pay for first-year teachers like Walsh, according to the Denver Classroom Teachers Association, is $41,000 a year, a far cry from the median income in Metro Denver of $71,000.
A lot of DPS teachers don't even live in DPS because we can't even afford to live in Denver, in the area where we teach.
Taking a 360 viewpoint, Denver teachers have a simple argument. It costs a lot to live in Denver.
We're 46th in teacher compensation, so we're not as bad as, say, a state like West Virginia, who's 48th, but we're not great.
Corey Kern is with the teachers union. All week, they've been advocating for teacher raises.
We're proposing that the teacher's starting salary goes from $41,000 to $45,000 in 2 years.
On Wednesday, DCTA negotiated with DPS Superintendent Tom Boasberg for 15 hours. The goal was to kick the can down the road, extend current compensation terms until January 2019. But the union says Boasberg told them no.
One of the things that Tom told us when they did that was that it didn't matter what was going to happen to general funds in the fall, that he's not going to be talking about that not another dime is going to go into teacher compensation.
Superintendent Tom Boasberg has a different perspective.
Is that true? Did you say not a dime?
I'm sorry, but that's a categorical falsehood.
Okay, so there's some dispute there. And according to Boasberg, teachers have already received a raise.
Last August, we reached a 5-year contract with our teachers. And that contract had the largest increase, 5.6%.
He also says the teachers in DPS have the highest average salary in the Denver area. But as for the country,
right now we as a state rank among the bottom in our K-12 funding. And that has enormous negative consequences for everything, from class sizes to teacher salaries. We desperately, as a state, need to invest more in education.
According to the teachers union, a base pay for a starting teacher is about $41,000. Now they want to increase that pay by $45,000, which will in turn increase other teachers' salary between 1% and 5%. But the big question is, where is all this money going to come from?
It's unfortunate because that is the way that we fund education.
The answer to that, according to both the union and the superintendent, the taxpayer.
People, they want better, but they won't approve the tax increase. So
how can DPS do that?
We need to increase funding for public education in the state of Colorado. We need to find more money to get into schools. There's a ballot initiative that's going to talk about that in November that folks will have an opportunity to vote on.
This is an estimated $1.4 billion education funding ballot.
Over 95% of superintendents across the state with a common proposal on school funding that would increase Colorado's investment in K-12 education that goes to the Colorado legislature next month.
But everything's on the table at this point.
So if everything's on the table at this point, is a strike on the table?
It's absolutely on the table.
Thomas Hoppo, Denver 7.
All right, so we have new information that just came into our newsroom moments ago. The district is telling us they have extended the teachers union contract through January of next year to buy a little bit more time to negotiate an agreement.